Hello and welcome to another AIC video. Today we have a couple of Lenovo laptops we're looking at. Yes, once again we are looking at my favorite category of notebook, that sub 12-inch, ultra light, ultra thin, ultra cheap laptop. Both of these were fairly inexpensive. You've seen the blue one before. I've done a couple videos on it. I did some gaming on it and just overall performance. I also showed you the hardware already. And I paid about $200 for it, $210. And I felt like it was a pretty good deal at that price. But then, because it's the holidays and everything, this was on sale. What is this, you might ask? Well, it is also a Lenovo Ideapad 1 series laptop, but instead of having the Intel Celeron N4020 that this one has, it has an AMD processor. It has the 3020E. So I just did a video about the 3050U AMD Athlon Silver processor, and that processor is a 15-watt CPU. It requires active cooling, things like that. This, on the other hand, is a 6-watt CPU, just like the Intel, and so it does not require active cooling. However, it has Vega 3 graphics, and it has 3 Vega 3 cores, I believe. I'll double check that. So I'm really excited to see the performance difference between these two, because I actually paid, because of the deal that it was on, $160 for this. I think it was $159.99 or $169.99, something like that. A lot less than what I paid for this one. So I'm going to review them. Obviously, because these are both basically the same model of laptop, more or less, visually they're the same. They have the same ports, they have the same case, screen. They both have 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage. Neither of them's upgradable, but I wanted to go ahead and show you the internals, because I think it's very interesting, the differences. So you've seen this one before. Go ahead and show you. We have this big cooler plate to cool the CPU. The memory is soldered, the storage is soldered. One of these days I'm going to get around to finding the connector here, solder that on so you can have an M.2. But this is the battery, and while it looks bigger than that one, this one is right here, 4210 milliamp hours. And you can see the speakers, what they look like. And if we look at the AMD version, first and foremost, you see obviously the cooler is massive, so much bigger than the Intel one, and I'm very curious to see what that does for thermals. They're both technically a 6-watt CPU, but we need to see how much power they actually draw and what their thermals look like, because this is just a copper plate, where this one is not just a copper plate, it's massive and has this heat pipe on there. And even though the battery looks smaller, it's actually a bigger battery. It's a 4670 milliamp hour. So it's a lot bigger battery. It's got a much bigger heat pipe on here and supposedly has significantly better graphics. So we're definitely going to be doing some head-to-heads here. And so this video is really your chance to tell me what you want to see. What do you want me to do with these to kind of demonstrate the difference between the two processors, AMD versus Intel? A while back, I mentioned that I would love to see AMD compete with Intel in this form factor. They've had that, the A series, the A4, the A6, the A9, and they were terrible processors. They were awful, they were slow, they were hot, they were always paired with terrible loud fans, and I wasn't a big fan of them. But you know, they have the Ryzen, they have the new APUs on the market with their Athlon line, and so finally we have something competing with Intel with these stinking Celeron processors. And I'm hoping that this just trounces the Celeron. I really do. I hope it is a big step up, because this category could really stand some competition. And so you're going to see this processor a lot, I feel, in the coming days in Chromebooks a lot. You're going to see it in these super cheap laptops. But once again, these every year these get better and better and better, and they're $200 or less often. I hope after COVID they really come back to their pre-COVID prices. And you get so much value for your money with these. Are they the best, fastest machines on the market? Obviously not. You're paying less than $200 for a brand new computer. That being said, a lot of value in them. So let me know what you want to see. Let me know what games you want to play. Obviously, I'm not going to be playing high-end AAA titles. Fortnite won't even fit on this system. It only has 64 gigs of storage after you install, format the drive, install Windows, all that. You only got about 40 gigs on here that you can put games. So we'll play Minecraft. We'll play Roblox. Probably do some other titles that are popular right now. Hopefully, I believe Fall Guys will play on here just fine. I know I played on this one, so it should fit on this just fine. But yeah, let me know what else you want to see. And we'll get it on here. We'll take a look and do some performance benchmarks. Here's your chance to make that recommendation to me. Anyways, if you have any thoughts, comments, questions, leave those down below. I have some support links in the description of the video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.